Hey everybody, welcome to the new Money Magnet. The Money Magnet is a web page builder, a sales page builder that you can use inside of Atlas Martial Arts software, where you can build up sales pages, you can build up registration pages, for lack of a better description, where students, prospective students, can come, can link away from your website and buy lessons, perhaps a trial package or some type of an orientation program or trial lessons of any type in any of your programs. And we're going to be expanding the availability for other programs as well. So this is sort of a system inside of Atlas Martial Arts software where you can create these secure pages that can actually process the transaction for you. They can take credit cards, etc. And we handle all of the PCI compliance nightmares and processing, headaches and all of that sort of stuff, security, so you don't have to worry about it. So here's how it works. I'm going to create a new Money Magnet. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to my group action. This is a list of current Money Magnets I've already created. But I'm going to create a new one. So go to group action and add a new one. Right now, the Money Magnet that's available is for selling trials online, so I'm going to select that option. We'll have more options over time as well. And here's where you set up your offer. So for example, this is telling the system how much to bill the credit card, how much to, what course to put them in, what the duration of the course, things like that. This, when someone submits a Moneymaker page, they're actually creating, inside of Atlas Martial Arts software, they're creating a trial agreement. They're creating a trial program, a trial enrollment into your school based on the program that you're selecting here. So let's say, for example, the trial fee for today, let's put, $19.97, just as an example. You can add a discount here if you like, if you want to have a per person discount. So let's say, for example, I want each person after the first person gets a $5 discount. So the second person to register would be, let's say, $14.97 or whatever. I'm not going to do that for today, but you certainly can if you like. Or you can offer a discount on the total for each person as well. So you can kind of, play with that. I think in most cases, many schools, don't have a discount for a second person, but we certainly support that. Now we're setting up the course. So how long is the trial? Like, is it 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months? What is the trial term? So I'm going to say it's a 2-week trial. So when this agreement is set up in your system, the start date will be today and the expiration date will be 2 weeks from now, right? So again, you get that idea of you have the ability to set that however you like it. And then which program would you like to use? So I'm going to go ahead and select, for example, today the kids karate program. And then I'm going to just hit my payment collected method. And hit next. Now I'm on the page builder. So it says customize the page. So this page is the actual web page. We're actually building a web page right now. And you have the ability to control the design of the web page. It's pretty flexible, and you have the ability to customize it as you like. And we also give you some tools along the way to help you make it pretty easy. So for example, I'm going to go ahead, you have the ability to add a header image and a footer image. And these are going to go at the very top of the web page and at the very bottom of the web page. Many schools like to sort of match their current website so that it looks very similar. The look and feel of the page is very similar to their site. And you can really make this look really however you like. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and add a header image. I've already got a couple set up here. So I'm going to add this little sort of, wooden banner header thing. And then I'm also going to add a footer image just to be at the bottom of the page, just as an example for you. Now, this first box is content that will be above the web form, above the form when you load the page. So this will be below the header, but above the actual place where the person puts in their credit card. So this is where you would put all of your sales copy. If you have a sales letter or some type of an offer that you're promoting or whatever the case might be, this is where all that information would go. And you have this very robust editor that I'm going to make it a little bigger here so I can show you more. And you have the ability to use all these tools. You can style your content however you like to. You can add bolds and highlights and underlines and all that sort of stuff. You can also add images. So for example, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to type just a little bit of content here to give you an idea. So maybe I do something like this. Free 2 weeks of unlimited classes. I'm just, making up an offer here real quick. Free one-on-one initial, let's say needs analysis with a certified black belt instructor. free t-shirt, whatever you want, right? And again, you can come in here and style this sort of however you like to, and add all sorts of fanciness to that if you like to. Then in addition, obviously you can add photos or pictures or whatever you like. So I'm going to go ahead and add a picture by hitting the picture button, and then you can browse. You can upload a library of photos that you can use here. We're going to provide a bunch for you too in the MA Biz Academy. But if you hit browse, you can look inside of the server here to find images that you might like. Here's a trial image I've already uploaded. If you want to upload a new image, you just hit this upload button here, and then you can browse your computer, your local computer, and you can upload whatever you like into the library. So I'm going to go ahead and use this graphic right here, and I'm going to want that graphic, let's say, centered as an example. So I'll hit OK, and now I have that offer image, hey, 2 weeks for $29. I know the offer isn't going to match, but you get the idea, right? You can put whatever picture in there you like. Then this next section is content to the left of the form and then content to the right of the form. You have both options there as well. I'm going to leave those blank for right now because the sides of the page are really useful for things like testimonials or supporting content that you might want to use, but you do have to plan for mobile devices. And since mobile devices are much narrower, the sidebars go away on mobile devices when the page responds. So I'm not going to put any critical information on the sides, on the left and the right, but this might be useful for things like testimonials or supporting content, things like that. And now I have an element for content below the form, and you'll see the net result of this when we get done. But I'm going to go ahead and put below the form, for example, I'm going to put another image that sort of reassures the client that this is a secure web page and they should trust putting their credit card information in and things like that. So I have a little credit card graphic here I'm going to include there as well. And then finally at the bottom here, you'll see that we can redirect the user after they submit the page, after they submit the credit card and the payment is successful. We can land them on whatever page we want to. Typically a website, on your website, you'll have a thank you page or something like that. So we're going to go ahead and enter that in here. And you do want to be sure to put the fully qualified domain name. You want to put http://www. Let's say cnn.com, just as a placeholder for today, but that would be like yourwebsite.com or yoursuccesspage.com, something like that. Okay, so now I've got my page sort of set up the way I want it. I'm going to hit next. Now we're going to select the terms and conditions. So right above the Buy Now button, you'll have a little box that has your terms in it. And many of our schools, many of our clients are going to or will want to use the terms that are default for that program. So I selected the kids program earlier. So I have terms and conditions that I set up for my contracts, my agreements, and you have access to them in this drop-down box. So I'm just going to pick use the default terms, but you also have the ability, if perhaps you want different terms, maybe you want something different for just your website clients, your website buyers, you can hit use custom terms, and then you can just add whatever terms and conditions you'd like here, right? But for now, I'm going to go ahead and use the school's default terms for this program. And then hit next. And now I get a little preview of the page. This is sort of what the page will look like within bounds. You see I have my graphic here, I have my header, here's the form, and then I have my footer at the bottom with my graphic here as well. An interesting side note, by the way, I'm going to hop back over here to Customize Page for just a second. An interesting side note, for advanced users, you also have access to the source code, right? You can insert your own HTML or CSS in the source area, and you can really control almost all the elements on the web page. So for example, if you wanted to put in a full image background or something like that, or you wanted to put in a colored background, or style the text differently, or put in different fonts or whatever you like, you're able to do that through the source tag. So feel free to experiment with that. It's pretty cool. I've done some really interesting designs, and I'm going to add some pre-built designs for you as well in the MA Biz Academy. So again, here's the preview of our page. I'm happy with that, so I'm going to go ahead and hit finish. And this will now give us this link. And you can manipulate this link basically however you like. You can give it to your web designer, you can just pop it on your website, or our team here can certainly help you use this. This just gives you basically a basic HTML link that says sign up. And you can just type whatever you want here. You could put, register now. Register now, whatever you like. And that will just basically be a text link that you can put on your website. But the real meat and potatoes here is this URL. So if I look inside the double quotes here, you'll see this kind of long, sort of cryptic looking URL. I'm going to copy that. That's really the thing that you want to be concerned with. You can use this URL as a link from any button on your website, any graphic on your website, any link, anything that you want to do. Just direct it over to this URL, and they'll get to your sales page. So I'm going to show you as an example here. I'm just going to hit that page, and here's the page. Here's the form that I've built in Atlas, right? And again, this is coming from our secure servers. We're handling all the credit card processing details for you. We're handling all the security and compliance and things like that. So you can be confident in your customers, your buyers can be confident that everything will be handled appropriately without having to rely just only on your current website, whether you have security or not, or whatever the case might be. So here's how the page works. And again, you can control the background element if you like to. You can control the fonts and pictures and really anything you like you can modify on here. The form content is, you don't want to mess with the form content much, right? That's pretty important. But that's it. So now you can link this away from your website. You can create a hyperlink on any picture on your website or any button or anything you like to bring them over to this page, and you'll be able to sell trials directly online.